Let's play Plead the Fifth with Orlando and the Freak Show on Wild 94.1.
Man, it's me. I ain't scared. I done already been told off by every lady in the Bay Area so far because of a song I didn't write.
There's time for more.
All right, so we know Monday mornings we give you an introduction to who we are, and that's Plead the Fifth, and it's my turn. So I get 3 questions from the room. I get 3 questions from you guys. All my social media is shut down, so I can't see it. So, Davi, you're first up.
Okay, Orlando. So now that you're single,
oh God,
we have this hypothetical situation that you're in, right? Let's say you meet this nice little cutie pie, right?
Cutie pie.
And you really feeling her. You guys go out on a couple dates. Everything is going well. But then she tells you that in order to proceed, she wants you
to pay her. Oh my God, I met her.
She wants you guys to be in an open relationship where you guys are still kind of doing your thing, but open to see and entertain other people. Would you proceed, or would that be a deal breaker? Are you built like that?
For open relationship, man,
2022.
It's open for both.
For open relationship, meaning that we are together, but we have other friends and with benefits.
Like you guys are together, but we were just talking about monogamy. Is it unrealistic? This little cutie pie thinks it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be a deal breaker for me.
Okay.
It wouldn't be a deal breaker. I would just have to make sure that I feel like it's a position that I'm going to be comfortable in, like as far as safety. Because if they reckless and they out there just like, I don't want a bumpy relationship.
Or bumpy anything.
Right.
Or itchy or scratchy.
Exactly. I don't want an itchy relationship, a scratchy one. I don't want a bumpy one, a lumpy one. I don't want to cough. I do believe like the way, and I hate to quote Hugh Hefner now that he's been sullied in his way, but back in the day, he was the guy that was pushing hey, monogamy really isn't something that, it makes sense for humans. So we're only mammals.
So you could entertain that?
I think I could.
Okay.
I think I could.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's a possibility.
Do you hear that, ladies?
Buck Nasty, you next up. What you got?
All right, so we all know divorce is a messy thing. We know breaking up with somebody,
Gotcha.
is like the worst thing. And you, my friend, have gone through something like this. So when you split up with someone, you divide all your possessions. What is a possession that you lost in your split up that you really can't believe you lost?
Money.
Anything material though?
No,
because we all lose money.
No. Listen, I had a prenup, and so everything was denoted that was mine, was hers. So that part was taken care of. But when you do have a prenup and you have children, that's the X factor. They like, hey, all of your assets are cool, but let's talk money because you got these children. And that's where it like hits you in the snot box. Yeah. That was the hardest part. And I mean, and realistically, like I don't really have like a lot of stuff that, there's stuff that's still that's mine that's still at their house. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we haven't sold the house yet. So it hasn't really been like a division of assets that's really has been the problem. But it's just been really financial because they hit you in the head.
Did you secure the PS5?
I did. That is mine. That is mine. Yes. All right. I got that knocked out. All right, Meredith, you're next up.
This randomly popped into my head. Have you ever been through a situation where you were about to or have actually pooped your pants?
Oh.
What?
That is such a Meredith question, isn't it?
I told her not to ask this. This is what we were talking about before.
Like you almost, like you didn't know, and then all of a sudden you felt there was a stomach issue and you were about to, and it was an emergency, or you did.
You know what? There is no reason to ever articulate that on the radio.
Really?
Thank you.
Just because.
That means that you have.
No, it means that I've. Okay. I have not.
Okay.
But
your butt. He did.
You already said you're not.
Okay.
That means you did.
That means you did.
No, that does
means
mean
you
I
did.
did.
There's a
That doesn't mean I
story.
did. There's a story there, but it's like I don't even want to waste time on it. It's
I
like,
do.
You know
I
what?
would love to waste time on that.
But any man who has had a colonoscopy
Uh-huh.
knows where that was going. I just don't want to articulate that on the radio. That's not sexy on
You
a
pooped
Monday.
your pants.
I did not.
I think
Sounds
you
like
did.
you did.
There's a shocking thing when you're like, "Ooh, where you gotta run?" Like it's just
Y'all smell that? Y'all smell that?
Yeah, listen, back up off me. All right. All right. So I have 3 that come from the audience.
Yeah.
888-429-0941. If there's any question you want to ask, feel free. We got them coming up after Drake. Freak Show, Plead the Fifth Action for a Monday. Davi asked the question, if I would be in an open relationship, would I be open to that? I told him I probably would. Buck asked,
Would you lose? Would you not bring home from the split with the missus?
money. And Meredith asked a question that tapped out on because that just, I know y'all eating cream of wheat. I don't want to have that issue.
Asked
out
about
there
pooping
right
your
there.
pants.
Yeah, I did not. I did
you
not.
did.
Yeah, did not. All right, so now we get 3 that come from the audience. Also remembering anything that I answered can be boomerang back.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see here what we got.
Orlando, who is the most trash rapper on the radio right now? That's out the 813.
Wow,
Overrated, maybe?
the most trash rapper on the radio right now.
Ooh,
Man,
dang.
man, that's really hard.
Yeah.
Like
Politics right here.
Yeah. The most trash rapper on the radio right now, I would probably, I don't know, man. I mean, I would probably say JT from the City Girls.
Ooh, why do we say that?
I don't know. Just at least Young Miami got a little bit of a tone.
Period.
Like a little bit of a,
Period.
It's just, I mean, I like the songs collectively with them in there, and I think Young Miami just has a little bit more melodic tone to it, but JT don't really be snapping.
Maybe
so
she fell
it's like
off.
whatever.
Interesting.
That's who I would say if I had to pick somebody.
All right. Orlando, what was that one thing you did when you were younger that still makes you cringe to this day? That you can't believe you did it? Do something naughty? What'd you do?
When I was a shorty, I mean,
Do you have so many options in your head right
yeah,
now?
I mean, there was all kind. I mean, we were like a crew that got into a lot. I mean, we broke in a house.
Oh my
Not
God.
to steal, but just to go in.
You're lucky you're alive.
Like there was a neighbor that was out of town that we wanted to go there and look inside. I think it was
Gotcha.
like we needed a basketball and they had the basketball inside they like garage, and so we had to get in the house, and somebody got in the upstairs window and climbed in so they can go inside to open the door so we can get inside. And once we got inside, we hung out in there.
Okay.
Like
Check
so
the
that
fridge.
was terrible. Would never say do that again.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was one of them. I mean, yeah, and I mean, back in the day, this is embarrassing, but you know how you practice kissing,
Yeah.
where people practice on their hand or they practice on a pillow,
A fruit.
or like stuff like fruit or whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I knew how to kiss, but practicing the other part of the more graduated parts
Okay.
of the relationship.
All right.
I had to have something to practice, and so I would practice on the couch,
Oh my God.
like where the cushions come apart.
Your,
wow.
your thrust action.
Yeah.
What did I just
You
hear?
were ready for some big girls.
Are we talking leather couch or?
It was a cloth couch. It was in the basement. It was like I used to be like,
dirty
because I used to be like trying to practice my form because I didn't want to
My
that was
God.
it. Listen, you asked the question. That was what it was. That was cringeworthy. That was cringe.
This is cringe and a
Yeah,
half.
I mean,
You had sex with the couch.
I did. That's how, and we had a little ottoman.
Yeah, you did. Oh my gosh.
All right,
Okay.
that's it.
One more question out the 813.
what
This
up?
one says, Orlando, you have mentioned in the past that you would love to own your own radio station. if you had your own station and could only take one member of the freak show with you,
Oh my
who
God.
would you take and why?
Oh, come on.
You have to answer that.
Now think about this.
What?
You're gonna want video coverage of your station.
I will. I mean, I think I would take. Pretty much, my plan when I said it was to buy this station and then just keep it popping or whatever. So that was my plan. But this is saying that I buy a station.
You buy a station.
And I'm leaving here because I was also the thing. I didn't want to leave here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
You gotta purge one member.
yeah, I got to purge one person from the freak show.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Meredith, I would love to take you, and Buck, I would love to take you, but I'm taking Doc.
Hey.
Because I mean, he's a utility knife. He mixes.
Yep.
You know, he's
hilarious.
provides herbal remedies.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. Me and Meredith will carry on the freak show with tons of video coverage.
There you
and
go.
we'll be hilarious
That
together.
sounds like a gripping show. Me and Meredith in the morning.
Meredith and Buck in the morning.
All right, let's see here. That was 3. Most cringeworthy thing you did as a youth. Most cringeworthy thing that you did in your youth years.
Stealing from a church. Yeah, cringeworthy. Not proud of it.
What did you steal? Wine?
I think that they were selling pumpkins for charity.
You stole a pumpkin?
I stole like 4
You from the church?
from the church in the middle of the night.
Damn, Meredith.
I know.
God damn,
I'm
man.
not proud of it, guys.
That's not even cringeworthy. That's just a sin.
Yeah.
I know.
At least humping the couch, I ain't hurt nobody.
I was 16. It was not good.
Did
And
you
then-
sell the pumpkins?
No, I don't even know what happened to them. But there was a cop pulling up behind me too, and then he started to follow me, and then I just took off. So
All right.
through some
Okay.
back streets. Anyway,
No wonder you don't go to Christ the King regularly.
yeah.
We in high school we jumped this kid, and I honestly am not sure why, like what he did. It was like we gonna jump him. It was like okay, and then like a year later. I had a class with him, and he was like a really nice guy, and he made me a speaker box for my car.
Aww.
Yeah, he forgave us and everything. We beat him up pretty bad, and he ended up being a really nice guy, and I still kind of feel sorry, Sean. So I still feel bad about that.
You just mentioned his name.
Yeah, he
Driving his kid to
he
camp
knows who
this
he is.
morning.
Tear down his eye right now.
Yeah.
Did you ever sit back and wonder, like, how did that even start?
I think he said something about somebody's mama or something. I don't know. It wasn't my mom. So that was the cringeworthy part. I was just along for the ride.
How bad you beat him up?
He was out of school for a little while.
Oh,
yeah, we walked the
damn.
dogs on him pretty good.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry.
I mean, damn.
Sorry, Sean.
You know how that Adam Sandler movie where the killer he's like, oh man, and draws his name off the list. It's like you were on Sean's list until you just said, hey, sorry, Sean. He just rocked you off like, all right, he's all right.
We actually became not I wouldn't say good friends, but he made me a
Yeah,
speaker
y'all
box.
ain't never gonna leave a good friend. He's a very kind individual.
He's forgiving, way
Yeah.
more forgiving than I could ever be.
Yes. Wow. Go ahead, Sean. Sean for president. All right, Buck, what's the most cringeworthy thing you did?
My cringe is equally like Davi's. The movie Dazed and Confused came out where they would haze ninth graders, and we were 12th graders. So we took it upon ourselves to keep the tradition alive. So we would chase the ninth graders, and we'd hold them upside down in the bathrooms and dunk their heads in
Oh
the
my
toilet.
God, really?
You're a bully.
After using the toilet.
Oh.
I didn't use the toilet, but I sure helped with the holding the kid upside
Ew.
down.
That's where the name Buck Nasty came from.
It was Buck Wild for sure.
Isn't that called a swirly?
Yes.
That is a swirly. But you're not supposed to go to the bathroom in it first.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
we
already
we
gross.
upped it a while.
That's
Years
nasty.
later, I would see this kid in a restaurant, and he would confront me in front of my family and say how it put him through therapy and all this.
Oh,
And I felt the worst.
They did that to freshmen when I was in school.
Yeah.
I mean, so it was like you should get handcuffed in the girls' bathroom, and then girls would come in and use the bathroom, and you'd be stuck in there.
Oh,
Yeah, it was all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah. Mm.
By the way, the other guys who did it all got expelled when they got caught. The dean of the school was the head basketball coach. I was captain of the basketball team.
oh damn.
I just got suspended. Everyone else expelled. And I was like, oh, man, I got lucky.
Expelled?
Yeah.
Kicked out of school for giving swirlies?
It wasn't just one kid. It was an entire class.
Everybody was gargling. All right, that is it.